The results of the 2025 MITRE ATT&CK Enterprise Evaluations were just announced, and I'm so pleased to report CrowdStrike excelled in 100% detection, 100% protection, and 0 false positives. Now, this was MITRE's most challenging evaluation to date. Let's dive into why. In round 7, we tested our ability to detect malicious living off-the-land binaries, or LOLBins for short, while also avoiding false positives on legitimate tool usage. For example, in the Mustang Panda scenario, PowerShell was used legitimately throughout steps 3.4 to 4.1. And across the entire evaluation, CrowdStrike sounded no false alarms during these noise steps. Now, adversaries like Mustang Panda weaponize legitimate tools throughout the entire kill chain, while day-to-day noise occurs across the enterprise. Needles in the haystack, as they say. In the same scenario, Windows utilities were weaponized, like for example in step 11.3, where we saw WinRAR used to compress files for then the next step in 11.4, where we saw curl.exe establish an FTP session and performed exfiltration to an external IP. You can't just block curl or any of these remote admin tools, operations would just collapse. But here's the thing, adversaries know this. They're using these exact tools to compress files, move data, and exfiltrate everything. That math adds up to a data breach. Our platform met this challenge head on. You're probably familiar with concepts like indicators of attack, our machine learning models, and also our counter-adversary operations, which feed in threat intelligence into the platform. Now, all of this continuously works together to deliver those sweet round 7 results that we now have. But we cannot stop innovating here. To stay ahead of these evolving tactics, we built out a capability called Apex. Now, Apex is a dedicated machine learning model that analyzes the context around these living off-the-land binaries. I'll give you a couple of examples. Think about something like ancestry, right? What spawned this process and why? Also think about components within the network. What is this process communicating out to? Is it legitimate, day-to-day, common internal IP activity, or is it an anomalous external IP? And then lastly, we think about the heuristics. Something like behavioral patterns, something we're very familiar with here at CrowdStrike, but what's happening before and after this execution in regards to these trusted processes? Apex provides high-fidelity signals specifically for these living off-the-land scenarios. The kind of scenarios round 7 put in front of every vendor. Legitimate tools used against us to perform reconnaissance, credential dumping, and lastly, exfiltration. By complementing IOAs, machine learning detections, and proactive controls like our threat intelligence, Apex strengthens your defense in depth by reducing false positives, cutting down analyst workloads, and lastly, giving defenders confidence in arguably one of the hardest areas for endpoint-based detections, malicious behaviors that look like normal activity at first glance. Want to learn more about CrowdStrike's results from this year's test? Download our ebook, 5 Things to Know About the MITRE ATT&CK Evaluations Enterprise 2025.